Hello everyone, welcome to Automobile Engineering class. I am V. Rakesh, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department. In this session, I am going to explain SI engine combustion chambers, CI engine combustion chambers, and its types. Let us see the combustion chambers. The design of re- the design of combustion chamber has an important influence upon the engine performance and its knock properties. The design of combustion chamber involves the shape of the combustion chamber, the location of the sparking plug, and the disposition of inlet and exhaust valves. Because of the importance of uh, combustion chamber design, it has been a subject of considerable amount of research and development in the last 50 years. It has resulted in raising the compression ratio from 4 is to 1 before the First World War period to 8 is to 1 to 11 is to 1 in present times with special combustion chamber designs and suitable anti-knock fuels. See here, this red color indicates combustion chamber location. Thus, this is the space between the piston crown and this is the piston crown and the cylinder head when piston is at TDC, that means top dead center. The cylinder head has two valves in each combustion chamber. One is the inlet valve, another one is the exhaust valve. See here, this is the intake valve which admits air fuel mixture or air into the combustion chamber. This is the exhaust valve which expels exhaust gases. That expels means ejects, which ejects exhaust gases. Factors affecting flame speed in combustion chambers. First one is turbulence, fuel and air ratio, temperature and pressure, compression ratio, engine speed, engine output, engine size. Next one is design requirements of combustion chambers. Mixture of air fuel or air must enter the chamber with minimum friction. The air fuel mixture must distribute itself evenly and timely throughout the chamber space. The exhaust gases must have an even and timely exit from the combustion chamber. Concentration of expansive force on the piston head, creation and control of turbulence and squish, strength to withstand high combustion temperature, pressure and vibrations, reduced emissions and better mileage, exhaust pollutants can be reduced by designing a combustion chamber that produces a faster burning rate of fuel. A faster burning chamber with its shorter burning time permits operation with substantially higher amounts of exhaust gas recirculation, short form EGR, which reduces the oxides oxides of nitrogen, that means NOx, in the exhaust gas without substantial increase in the hydrocarbon emissions. It can also burn very lean mixtures within the normal constraints of engine smoothness and response. A faster burning chamber exhibits much less cyclic vibrations, much less cyclic variations, permitting the normal combustion at part load to have greater dilution of the charge. Let us see the types of combustion chambers. Combustion chambers are divided into mainly two types. One is spark ignition engine combustion chambers. Second one is compression ignition combustion chambers. This compression ignition combustion chambers are divided into two types. One is direct injection or open type combustion chambers. Second one is the indirect injection or swirl combustion chambers. Let us discussing about SI engine combustion chambers. The design requirements for SI engine combustion chambers are it should be compact. That means the flame travels a shorter distance to reach the end gas. Second requirement is low surface to volume ratio. It minimizes heat loss. Third one is proper location of spark plug to minimize the distance between the furthest point of combustion space and spark plug. Next one is exhaust valve location away from the end gases. It reduces the possibility of detonation. Detonation means uh, it is the spontaneous combustion of the end gas in the chamber. Next one is large area for the inlet and exhaust valves to permit the free flow of charge into an product out of the cylinder. Next see the general objectives of combustion chambers. Moderate rate of pressure rise, knock-free operation, optimum flame level, satisfactory cooling of the spark plug points and exhaust valve area, reduction of temperature of the last portion of the charge by providing larger valve surface area to volume ratio, high power output, high thermal efficiency, reduction of heat loss with a compact design, good degree of turbulence, high volumetric efficiency. These are the main objectives of combustion chambers. Uh, Next one is types of SI engine combustion chambers. According to valve arrangement, they are divided into four types. One is T-head combustion chamber, second one L-head combustion chamber, third one is I-head or overhead valve combustion chamber, last one is F F-head combustion chamber. It may be noted that these chambers are designed to obtain the main objectives are a high combustion rate at the start, a high surface to volume ratio near the end of burning, a rather centrally located spark plug. Now let us discussing each and every type of SI engine combustion chambers. In this first one is T head type combustion chambers. This was first introduced by Ford Motor Corporation in 1908. This design has the following disadvantages. It requires two camshafts for actuating the inlet valve and exhaust valve separately. The it also had two cams. These two cams are mounted on the two camshafts, very prone to detonation. There was violent detonation even at a compression ratio of 4. This is because the average octane number in 1908 was about 40 to 50. Second type is L head type combustion chambers. It is a modification of the T head type combustion chamber. It provides the two valves on the same side of the cylinder, and the valves are operated through tappet valve by a single camshaft. This was first introduced by Ford Motor in 1910 to 1930 and was quite popular for some time. The design has an advantage both from the manufacturing and maintenance point of view. Let us see the advantages of L head type combustion chambers. And this first one is valve mechanism is simple and easy to lubricate. It it also having detachable head for easy to remove for cleaning and decarburizing without disturbing either valve gear or main pipe work. In this valves having larger size valves are provided in this type of combustion chambers. Let us see the disadvantages. Lack of turbulence, the air had to take two right angle turns to enter the cylinder. In the doing so much initial velocity is lost. Extremely prone to detonation due to large flame length and slow combustion due to lack of turbulence. More surface to volume ratio and therefore more heat loss. Extremely sensitive to ignition timing due to slow combustion process. Valve size is restricted. Thermal failure in cylinder block also. In I-head engine, the thermal failure is confined to cylinder head only. These are the few disadvantages of L-head type combustion chambers. Next one is overhead valve or I-head combustion chambers. In this, the disappearance of the side valve or held L-head design was inevitable at high compression ratio of 8 is to 1 because of the lack of space in the combustion chamber to accommodate the valves. Diesel engines with high compression ratios invariably used overhead valve design. In this, the shape of the I-head combustion chamber is hemispherical. Low surface volume ratio reduces heat losses. It is most commonly used design in all automobiles. It is operated by double camshaft with rocker arm arrangement to operate the valves in the head. The piston crown shape requires to create turbulence. In the spark plug located centrally. Last one is wedge type or F head combustion chamber. In such a combustion chamber, one valve is in head and other in the block. This design is a compromise between L head and I head combustion chambers. One of the most F head engines, that is wedge type, is the one used by Rover company for several years. See here, this is the design for rover head combustion chamber. Another one is Villiers Jeep head combustion chamber. It is operated by a single camshaft with a rocker arrangement provided to operate the valve in the head. Flame travels less and the detonation tendency is arrested in F8 combustion chambers. Let us see the advantages and drawbacks of F8 combustion chambers. In this first advantages, high volumetric efficiency, maximum compression ratio for fuel of given octane rating, high thermal efficiency. It can operate on linear air-fuel ratios without misfiring. Now let us see the drawbacks. The main drawback is this design is the complex mechanism for operation of valves and expensive special shaped piston. Next one is CI engine combustion chambers. The design requirements of CI engine combustion chamber: fine automation of fuel and its proper mixing with air, requisite turbulence and short delay periods for smooth running of the engine, complete burning of fuel necessary for obtaining peak pressure, low surface to volume ratio for reducing heat losses and achieving high thermal efficiency. Now let us see the types of combustion chambers in CI engine. Basically, they are divided into two types. One is direct injection type, another one is indirect injection type. This direct injection type again divided into these four types. One is shallow type, hemispherical type, cylindrical type, toroidal type. Second one is indirect injection type. This again divided into three types: swirl chamber, second one pre-combustion chamber, third one air cell chamber. Now let us discussing briefly about types of combustion chambers. First one is direct injection type. This also called open type combustion chambers. In this type, the entire volume of combustion chamber is located in the main cylinder and the fuel is injected into this volume. Second one is indirect injection type. In this type of combustion chambers, the combustion space is divided into two parts, one part in the main cylinder and the other part in the cylinder head. The fuel injection is effected usually into the part of chamber located in the cylinder head. These chambers are classified further into three types. That is swirl chamber, in which compression swirl is generated. Second one is free combustion chamber, in which combustion swirl is induced. Third one is air cell, in which both compression and combustion swirl are induced. In this first one is shallow depth chamber. In shallow depth chamber, depth of cavity provided in piston is small. Due to this, the squish is negligible. It is usually adapted for large engines running at low speeds. Second type is hemispherical chamber. This design also gives small squish depth to diameter reduces can be varied to obtain desired type of squish for better performance. Third one is cylindrical chamber. This design was attempted in recent diesel engines. This is a modification of the cylindrical chamber in the form of a truncated cone with base angle 30 degrees. The swirl was produced by masking the wall for nearly 180 degrees of circumference. Squish can be squish can also be varied by varying the depth. Last one is toroidal chamber. This design produces a powerful squish along with air movement. The masking needed on the walls is small and thus it makes better utilization of oxygen. The cone angle of spray for this type of chamber is 150 degrees to 160 degrees. The idea behind this shape is to provide a powerful squish along with the air movement, similar to that of the familiar smoke ring within the toroidal chamber. Now let us discussing about indirect injection combustion chamber types. In this first one is spiral chamber. It is provided in the cylinder head, a throat which is tangent to this chamber connects it with the main cylinder. During compression, air flows into the spiral chamber through the throat. See here, this is the throat part. Tangential direction of air motion generates rotary motion inside the spiral chamber. Fuel Fuel is injected into the chamber and the combustion products travel back to the main cylinder at much higher velocity. This type of chamber is used where fuel quality cannot be controlled, where reliability is more important than fuel economy. Second one is free ignition chamber. It consists of a free ignition chamber, that means 40% of total combustion space. This is connected with the main cylinder through small number of holes. During compression, piston forces the air into free ignition chamber. Fuel is then injected into the chamber due to which combustion takes place. The resulting pressure rise forces the combustion products at higher velocities through small holes into the main cylinder where bulk of combustion takes place. Let us see the advantages and drawbacks of free ignition chamber. Due to short or practically no delay period for the fuel entering the main combustion place, tendency to knock is minimum and as such running smooth. The combustion in the third stage is rapid. The fuel injection system design need not to be critical because the mixing of fuel and air takes place in pre chamber. Next one is disadvantages. The velocity of burning mixture is too high during the passage from free chambers, so the heat loss is very high. This causes reduction in thermal efficiency, which can be offset by increasing the compression ratio. Cold starting will be difficult as the air losses heat to chamber walls during compression. Last one is air cell chamber. The clearance volume is divided into two parts, one in the main cylinder, another one is the resting energy cell. The energy cell is divided in two parts, one is major and minor, which are separated from each other and from the cylinder by narrow orifice. Pressure in the energy cell is low, therefore air is forced at high velocity into the energy cell on compression. After the injection of fuel, combustion takes place inside energy cell and hot burning gases blow out through small holes into the main cylinder. These hot gases provides swirling movement in main chamber which results in complete combustion. This is the brief discussion about uh, CI combustion chambers and SI combustion chambers. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more updates.